Hey everybody, today we're going to draw the Peregrine Falcon. The Peregrine Falcon is one of the world's fastest birds in power, diving from great heights to strike prey. They may reach possible speeds of 200 miles per hour in a dive. They're regarded by falconers and biologists alike as one of the noblest and most spectacular of all birds of prey. It's found living on 6 different continents, but it's uncommon in most areas. It was seriously endangered back in the mid-20th century due to pesticides and DDT. DDT is a pesticide that they would put out to get like the little rodents and bugs. And when the peregrine falcons would eat the rodents, it would make them sick, and a lot of the times they would die from it. It's now been reintroduced in many temperate areas in North America and Arctic. Nesting populations have been recovered somewhat also. They love open country, cliffs, mountains to coast areas, and sometimes cities. So they have a wide range found in open habitats from tundra to desert mountains as well. They hunt by flying very high, then stooping in spectacular dives to strike prey out of the air. They feed on mostly birds. Pigeons are a favorite around cities. Ducks and shorebirds are along coasts. That's another part of their diet. Prey also includes geese, gulls, small songbirds, and small mammals. They're one of my favorite birds of prey. So here's the sound of the peregrine falcon. So that's a male and a female defending their nest. That's their call when they defend the nest. So we're going to play you a really cool video of the peregrine falcon hunting.
I hope it comes through okay. It's pretty cool. Okay.
The true superpowered king of speed is about to clobber one of these pigeons. A peregrine falcon may chase a pigeon in one of 2 ways. The first method is the flat-out chase. Sometimes it works, but pigeons are fast too. And when jostling back and forth with a peregrine in this mode, prey will occasionally slip away. When this happens,
so the dive bomb is coming up right here.
The peregrine can recalibrate and switch to method number 2.
This part's awesome.
It's called the rapid stoop, the dive bomb. The attack begins slowly, then gradually picks up speed. Its wings tucked in, the falcon is approaching 200 miles per hour.
It's crazy.
It is now the fastest animal on the planet. Against this superpowered speed, the pigeon is defenseless. It's tough to hide from an attack like that.
So I know that video was kind of freezing up. It's on the National Geographic website. If you type in peregrine falcon, it'll show that video, because for whatever reason, Zoom pauses it every couple seconds. That's why you can't see the actual dive bomb. So if you want to go back and watch it, it's totally worth it. It's pretty cool. Okay, as we get set up for Baron to draw, give us just a minute or so, okay?
Okay. Okay. So, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Okay. So, gone. Okay. So, today we're going to start with the head like always. So, we're just going to do a little bump that comes up, and then it goes up over the head like this.
That's flat head.
Aaron, which way is the paper going to go?
Oh, it's vertical, up and down.
Thanks.
Okay, so after we do that, we're just going to bring it down like this for the back of the head. Okay, hold on. All right. So now we're going to do the beak. So the beak is hooked like most birds of prey. So we're just going to come out and then down like that. And then we're just going to just come a little bit back up. Okay. Now we're going to bring that back this way, like that. So it has lots of different angles, lots of different lines that go into that middle. So we're just going to start with a curved line that comes down to the middle line. Now we're going to start here and come down like this. We're going to go out and we're going to come around the part where we stopped. Okay. And then when we bring it back, we're going to come down like this and we're going to connect. And then we're going to finish this line, but it's going to come out this way instead. So this part is going to be yellow, and then this is going to be black, and it's going to fade into gray right here. Now we're just going to do a little dot for the nostril right there. Okay, so we're going to do the chest. We're just going to bring a curve like this. And then we're going to bring it way down like this, down here. Okay, now we're going to bring this down. Okay, now we're just going to do just a messy line that comes back out like that. And then we're going to continue this line this way. This is going to be the part that the claw comes out of, and the rock's going to be down here. Okay. Now we're going to bring this like this. Okay, so we're going to do his back now. We're just going to bring just going to bring this like this, and it's going to come far down about right there. And now we're going to bring this up here. Okay, now we're going to do the wing that comes out. So we're just going to start with a line like this. And then we're going to do a bump that comes up. And it comes pretty close to the chest. And then as it comes down, it kind of goes away from it. So when we come down, we're just going to bring it about this far. Okay, now we're going to bring this back this way. And now we're just going to do a bumpy line back, and then at the end, we're going to curve up like this. Okay, so if you mess up, it's totally fine. I messed up a lot when I was practicing. So right here, we're going to bring another line down like this, and then back up to connect right here. Okay, so for the tail, we're just going to start here at the wing and just bring a line that comes way down like this. Oh, hold on. Just going to bring it way down like this. And then when we come around and go back up, we're going to get a little bit bigger as we go, but we're going to stop right there.
Can you move the paper so I can see the tip of the tail?
How's that?
No, I still can't see it. Oh no, thank you.
You're welcome. You couldn't see the tip of the tail. Okay, so now we're going to bring a line that comes out of this, like that. And it's going to come back up. Okay, now we're going to do that same thing that comes out like this. And come up right there. Okay, so their tail is pretty long and it helps them. So as you saw in the video, when they dive, it's almost like they're streamlined, almost like a jet. So, okay, now we're going to do the eye. So it's just a curve. It goes like this. And then we're going to start right here, not at the very tip, but kind of close. We're going to come out and then go up and back in. So that's not the actual eye, but it's the outline. And then the eye is going to be in here. This part's going to be yellow, that's outside. And then we're just going to do a little circle in there for the eye. And now we're just going to do that little highlight in the eye. Okay, and now we're going to color that middle circle with a black. If you're using a pastel, I would recommend using a black pencil or marker. I'm just using a plain Sharpie. Okay, so peregrine falcons are very spotty, so they have lots of spot patterns all over the wing. So we're just going to start doing the feather design. So first we're going to bring this line down like this. And it's going to come all the way down to this feather line that we did. And this is all going to be the flight feathers down in here. So we're just going to start with 2 little zigzag lines that go up. And then we're going to do little bumps a little bit further down. And then we're going to do lines to connect the tips of those bumps to the zigzaggy line. And then we're going to do a line to divide the tip. And then we're going to do that same pattern. We're going to do the bumpy line. And then those other lines that come out. And then that line to divide them. Okay, now we're just going to do long bumps. We're going to do one like this. And just going to keep going like this. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to do that pattern. You probably remembered it before. So first we're going to do a little wavy line down here. And then we're going to do the pattern that it comes down and then in. And I'm just going to continue that pattern. Like that. Then we're going to do a little wavy line under that. And we're going to do the same thing down here, but we're going to leave a little gap. Okay, so now for this part, we're just going to do little V's, 3 little V's that come down. And if you need more than 3 or less than 3 to fill up the space, you can. And then we're going to do ones right above each of those. Like that. And this is going to be black, and then those little V stripes are going to be white. Okay, and now we're going to do a little V shape right here and right here. And then we're going to do the exact same right inside of it. And then we're going to connect the top of those little V parts. Okay, so now we're going to do the feet down here, but first we need to do the other one of these. So we're just going to come out and then a little half zigzag line up. Okay, now we're going to do 2 lines down like this. And then we're going to curve out, and then we're going to curve back at the end. Okay, now we're going to come back like this with a curve. And then we're just going to do kind of a backward C shape. And then we're going to do that same, but it's going to be a right C shape right there. And these are the little gaps that the claws are going to come out of. And then we're going to connect those with a big curved line that kind of comes in the middle and then kind of back out. And then we're going to bring a line out like this. The backward C shape. And then a curve back like this. Okay, now we're going to do those claws that come out of each of the little C shapes. Okay, now we're going to repeat those same steps over here for the next foot. So we're going to do those 2 lines down, and the curve out and back, and the curve out this way, and then the backward C shape and the regular C shape, and that line to connect. So we're just repeating the same steps that we did for this foot. And then we're going to do that same little toe that comes out like this, the backward C shape, and then into the other toe. And then last of all for the feet, we're just going to do all of those little claws. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the line up on the face. That it has a beautiful face pattern. Like you can see in this drawing, it's like black on the top and then white at the bottom, like that. So we're just going to start with a messy line that comes up like this. And then we're going to make it come down. It's going to curve up into the bottom of the beak. Okay, and now we're just going to bring it up like this, but then it's going to start with just a little zigzaggy, feathery line that goes into there, like that. Okay, so I think we're about ready to color it. We just have to do the rock down here that he's standing on. So we're just going to do a line that comes out from under his feet, like that. And then a line like this that goes down to the bottom of the paper. So this is the bottom of the paper, and it just kind of goes off the page. So I will fix up here because it's kind of going off the page. So we're going to bring that line back out, and it's going to stop at the tail. And then over here, I'm going to bring it through those feathers, and then it's going to go up and into the side of the paper. Now we're going to come with a diagonal line down right there. And then I'm going to do a line out like this. These are all straight lines. And then down like that. And then we're going to bring this way back here like this and go right into where we stopped, where we went off the page. Okay, so now it's about time to color. So it has a beautiful bluish gray color on the wing. So we're just going to get a kind of a medium color blue. It's kind of like a mix between a sky blue and a dark blue. So we're just going to very lightly shade all on this section of the wing and around that V shape, but not on it. So we're just going to lightly shade all over that wing like that. And then we're going to go back over with a light gray. And it's just going to smooth it all out and make it look like a bluish gray. So we're just going to do all over like that. Okay, so after we do that, we're also going to come down in here and do it. In this section. And also this section under, but try not to get those little stripes right there and right here. Those are going to stay white. And then we're going to shade one of these, and then we're going to skip one and then do the next one. So it's kind of a pattern.
What do you go over the blue?
It's just it's a light gray.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to do that same pattern where
Aaron, you're muted. Aaron, you're muted.
sorry. Okay, so I'm just using a light gray. And we're just going to go all over that lightly shaded blue with our light gray. And then we're also going to just do regularly, just with just solid light gray, but we're going to leave those little stripes, those little circle parts down here. Like that. And now we're going to get our black and just do a little spot in each one of those little white spots.
So do you do the blue on the wing and then the gray also?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're also going to lightly shade with blue down here on the tail. So there's a lot of that grayish blue color. Like that. And you probably already guessed, back with the gray. Oh, and then we're also going to do that solid gray up here in this little section on the shoulder, if birds have shoulders. Okay, and now we're going to get the black and come down in here and color this, but we're going to leave those little V shapes that we did. Going to leave those white. And then we're also just going to color solid this feather that comes down over here. Like that. Okay, so we're also going to go back with our black. There's a lot of spots, like I mentioned, but first we're going to go up on the head, and we're going to just I'm going to do the dark for now, so we're just going to go along the edge. And then when we come closer to the middle, we're just going to kind of shade a little bit lighter with our black. And then we're also going to start dark down here and shade up. So it's just kind of dark in some places and then light in some places. Okay, now I'm using a yellow marker, but you can also use a colored pencil. So I'm just going to go in that little section that goes around the dark part of the eye. Okay, and then we're going to do the beak. So I'm going to use Sharpie for the very tip since it's kind of thin. So I'm just going to start dark at the tip like this. Then we're going to stop. And we're going to lightly shade with our black, but we're going to leave a little stripe towards the top of the beak, and it's going to be a little reflection. Then we're going to go back with the white. Okay, so we left a little reflection up there. Okay, and now we're also going to go back with white in here. Okay, so we're getting closer to being done. Then you can just go back over with the black a little bit to smooth it out even more. And then we're going to go yellow with the yellow in here. And then also down here on the feet. And then we're going to do the toes. Okay, now we're going to get the black, and we're going to do that line again, and then we're just going to do a bunch of little ovalish spots to start. Then when we get down, we're going to start making them like little U's, little half U's. And then we're going to do more ovals and more U's and just kind of mix them up. Okay, so just going to fill in all of that. And then also down here, we're just going to do little rows of bunched together spots. Okay, now we're going to do the lines that go down. And we're also going to get our pencil again and go down and do a little zigzag line at the bottom, and that's going to be a little white patch at the bottom of the tail. And we're also going to do those little stripes down there. Okay, and then also the spots. But first we're going to do a gray shadow that just kind of shades in here like this. And then back with white and smooth it all out. And then we're just going to do a bunch of spots down the chest. And then when we get down here, we're going to do little sideways lines down here in this little part. And then we're going to do little points that come out of them. And then we're going to finish those spots. Okay, so we're almost done. Now we need to do the little lines down in here. Just going to do more spots. And then lines on the side of the spots. And more lines up here just to kind of outline all of the little feathers. And then the same little spot pattern down in here. Like that. Now, last thing we need to do is the rock. So we're just going to get a dark brown and color down here. It looks like black, but it's a very, very dark brown. And we're just going to color this section. So this is a very long episode today, because it's a very detailed bird.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for being patient.
Very, very detailed.
Okay, now we're just going to do a little shaded part with that dark brown, and also with the dark brown, start dark here, and then fade out lighter. Okay, now we're going to color with our gray, our light gray.
Now I look at the dark brown, I actually can see the dark brown. That's not black, it's brown.
It's brown.
Yeah.
Is that a 1-800 number that just called?
Sorry.
So we're just going to cover the top with gray, and then we're going to go back with brown, and it makes like a grayish brown. And then we're also going to color down here. So we're basically going to color all of the white that's left. Okay, now we're going to go back over with like a reddish brown. And go back over solidly over the gray. Okay, so don't forget to sign your name. And we are done.